In this video, we are going to talk about the areas that occupational therapy covers and how to understand an occupational therapy treatment plan report. The discipline occupational therapy comes from the root word occupation, which implies the jobs that we need to do in order to have a standard quality of life. These jobs can range from self-help skills, such as dressing, toileting, toothbrushing, meal times, to other forms of productivity, such as going to work, school, or participating in leisure or community activities. Now, specifically in the school environment, we cover areas such as self-help routines, regulation skills, and motor skills. Now let's take a look at what an occupational therapy treatment plan looks like. Under the background information, you will find basic information about the assessment date, information about the student, and any known diagnoses. In the assessment section, you will see the categories that the therapist functionally assessed, and these may act as baselines as to how the child is currently performing or functioning. These typically include focus, attention span, overall regulation skills, self-help routines, and motor skills. Information in this area will be primarily based on informal testing, observations, and school report. If there are no known challenges under a specific category, there will be usually a statement indicating this or that this area was not assessed. Now let's go into a little bit more detail about this section. Under the focus, attention span, and regulation heading, you can find information such as attention span of preferred and non-preferred activities. So these would be activities that the student likes or dislikes. Arousal levels, which would be the student's alertness throughout the day. Sensory sensitivities, which may include loud noises, bright lights, overwhelming environments, and emotional regulation skills and potential challenges. This could include things like triggers, escalating behaviors, and any effective calming activities. Under the self-help section, you will find information regarding the student's skill levels in areas such as meal times, toileting, and dressing. Again, if there are no concerns in these areas, there may be a simple sentence stating this. Lastly, in the motor section, the student's gross and fine motor skills are documented here. If a physiotherapist is involved, the occupational therapist may not assess gross motor skills. Fine motor areas that are assessed can include print legibility, using scissors, and a fine motor screen of mechanical skills. Basic gross motor skills assessed can include balance and coordination. Sometimes, depending on the needs of the student, the occupational therapist may assess visual motor and processing skills. These areas may include letter identification, letter reversals, and reading challenges. In the event that a formal assessment is warranted, it may be documented in this section as well. However, formal assessments such as a sensory profile 2 or Brunick's Otsareski 2 will often have a report of its own. Following the assessment section, you will see a summary of the assessment, which may include strengths, areas of challenges, impact, and why intervention may be beneficial and important. Sometimes recommendations and strategies may be written in this area as well if the therapist does not believe a formal goal needs to be written. The treatment plan section is where the goals are developed. Here, you will see the goals written out in a measurable manner along with strategies. This will be a great place to read if you are unsure of what the occupational therapist is working on, or if you feel comfortable and desire to implement strategies right away. Please note that goals and strategies may be modified as treatment progresses. If there are any questions about the goals, strategies, or anything about the report, the therapist's contact information is on the bottom.